everyone, this is Eden again with the Newton County Extension Office. And with the renewed interest in gardening, we get a lot of produce. And I'm getting a lot of questions about food preservation and what works best for them. So today we're going to talk about some dehydrating, different kinds of options you can buy to dehydrate. And so figuring out what kind of food preservation is good for you depends on a couple things. Do you have the space to have jars? Do you have a deep freezer? Do you have the interest and capability to pay the electricity to run it year-round to keep those products good? Or maybe you want to try some dehydrated things for snacks or to rehydrate in soups and casseroles and things of that sort. So when it comes to dehydrator, there are kind of two options. There are these stackable round dehydrators, and then there are these dehydrators here that are these trays, and it's stacked here from the side, okay? And there are advantages and disadvantages to each. So you can buy a basic dehydrator like this one for about $30 or so dollars. And these little dehydrators are easy to come by, they're pretty affordable, and they're easy to use. This one just has an on and off button, you plug it in, you put your product in, and then there's no temperature on it. It's set to a high temperature for beef jerky, and then you would periodically check on your product. You would do what we call the green stems check. So does it bend like beef jerky without breaking? Is it still got moisture? So you check it every few hours yourself. This version here is more expensive, but it has a temperature gauge on it and it has a timer. So the nice thing on this one is you can put your product in, look at the manual, see what temperature it needs to be at, and then set a timer. So you don't have to check on it. You can just check on the product once it's finished. It's not running constantly. So this is a great option if you're busy, you're not home, you're not going to be home possibly when the product is done. This option here, the other element to think about when it comes to this is these trays come from really small to really big. So if you've got product that's going to be cut pretty small, it can fall through the cracks. Again, these are typically, when people purchase them, are just going to use them for processing jerky of some sort or meat. While this tray here, and this dehydrator, has quite a bit smaller holes, so you can do product sizes that are smaller than this one without the product falling through. The other elements that are different between these two dehydrator is because the air is coming from the bottom, the flavors can mix. Meaning if you've got one layer, let's say zucchini, and another layer, let's say onions, and another layer bell peppers, is that the moisture will drip down and it can make everything taste like whatever your top layer is. Okay? This here, because the air is coming actually from the side of the dehydrator, there's going to be no mixing of flavors. Okay? So even if you have one layer onions, second layer peppers, then squash, it's going to stay pretty true to the flavor. But you have to think about what are you going to use your dehydrator for. If you're mostly going to make one product like jerky, maybe something like this is fine. You're only going to bring this baby out every once in a while after deer hunting or something of that sort. If you're planning on doing a lot of gardening and you want to explore a lot of dehydrating of vegetables and different products, something like this might be more beneficial. You could do a lower temperature. You could also adjust your times for it. And so while you're looking at dehydrators, look at the wide options, and you can find something kind of in between. And think about what your needs are and what product line makes the most sense for you. I hope you find this helpful in shopping for a dehydrator. If you have any questions or concerns, please ask us here at the Newton County Extension Office. Thank you. great day.